everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Uh, Today I just feel like a testimony. I feel like making a testimony. I've been talking to so many people. They are a bit discouraged. So I feel like making a testimony about my life, about how I got employed and everything. Okay, sorry, I forgot to mention. My name is Bulugen. Welcome to my channel. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like and comment, and I'm really open to constructive criticism. I'm willing to grow and do my best in bettering this craft. Okay guys, so like I said, I feel like not really meant, I feel like a testimony. So I'll start from the beginning. When I was doing matric, I wanted to do cost and management accounting. So where I went to school, the subject that I was doing were business economics, accounting, Sesotho, Afrikaans, and English. So for one to do cost and management accounting, you are required at that moment. One was required to have accounting and mathematics. So I didn't have mathematics in as much as my symbols were good, because they were really good. I had an A in accounting and an A, I think I had two A's, an A in accounting and an A in economics, and a B in business economics, and a B in Sesotho, and a D and an E in Afrikaans and English. So I found myself in a corner. I had to choose this other course. They say it's office management and technology, and for the longest time I was embarrassed to talk about it, because after completing your qualification in office management and technology, the work that you're gonna do is being a secretary, a PA, and administrative assistant. Not that I'm looking down on the admin assistant, but that's not what I wanted for myself. I wanted to be I wanted to at least have a PA, you understand? So, and I wanted to work in a finance environment. And I was like, yo, because I didn't want to stay at home. So I decided to do that course in the middle of the year. I remember after writing the June exams, I went to my late dad. That time he was still alive. I said, Daddy, I want to change the course I'm doing. One of my friends, whom we went to school together, is doing the course that I wanted to do in Durban. So I think it's best I apply in Durban so that I can do the same course. Hey guys, if you want to know that God has a plan for your life, listen to this. And then my dad was like, no, my child, we're not going to stop doing the course that you're doing. And then that when you're done completing your current course, you'll be age 20. So you still have an opportunity to do another course. I will take you to school. Okay, fine. I had to do the course, and it was demotivating. Having to study like the content in the textbook, it was really, really like discouraging. But because I knew that I had to quickly finish this course, so I gave my all, and I finished it in record time. When I was doing my third year in this course, in June, my father passed away. And yeah, it just dawned to me that wow, I must continue with this course and try to make something out of it. And the plan was I'll find employment, and then after finding employment, I will still correspond with UNISA and do the course that I want. Okay, I remember in that course you need to have an experiential training for 9 weeks. So I went to the other department at the university that I was studying, and I got that training. And at the end of the year, I remember usually students write aptitude test, the placement test. So they employed me on a temporary post, which was for December and January. And then I worked there and I worked. Come end of January, guys, because God has a plan for you. There was this guy from the office next door. From the office next door. Sorry, guys, my son was crying and wanted to disturb us, so I had to pause a little and wait for him to do whatever he's doing. Okay, guys, and then next to the office that I was working, there was this guy working in this other office, and he was working alone. And at the end of January, he's like, "Mpuluke, what are your plans after this?" I'm like, I don't have anywhere to go. I guess I'll go back home and seek employment. And he was like, "No, man, I need you." And that office is an office that deal with finances and money. So I was like, "Oh, okay, it's fine." I went in that department and I became an office administrator there for 3 months. And they kept on renewing it from 2008 up until 2011. I remember during that 2008, 9, 10, 11, we went to some interviews, and I remember going to those interviews. I was on fasting, I was like praying at church. Like, guys, I was this girl who was really committed in church life. Like, my life was revolving around church and God and everything, which is what it was a good thing. I see it was a blessing. It saved me from a lot of things. So, guys, I went to this interview. I remember we were on fasting at church, so I went. When I get there, interview. Oh, when I get there, I was so nervous, guys. They ask a question. I felt like I don't know what they're saying. I felt like they're talking a foreign language. Like, I didn't understand English all of a sudden. I couldn't articulate myself. You know, answering a question and ubizu kenyabo wabo inside the interview. And worst part, the people who were interviewing me, some of them were white. And I'm like, yeah, you know, Wabona was like, when, oh! What an interview, guys. And then I managed to answer this question. I cannot even tell you, even today, what I said. But what I remember is that there was Sutu included. Yo! And then when I get out of that interview room, I knew that I'm not going to get that job. Like, I knew that, even though the people usually say, you know, when you didn't do your best in an interview, you're gonna get a job. With that one, I knew that I'm not going to get employment. And then I remember traveling back. The interviews were in Pretoria and I was in Witbank. And I remember traveling back to Witbank in a taxi. I was so angry at God, you know. I was angry at God. I was like, God, you know how much I need this job. You know I don't have parents. You know, I really need this money. I can't survive on the 3 months contract that I keep on getting. So God, I don't know. No, I don't. I think it's better that I stop praying. I stop this whole thing of Muzalwadi, you know, because it's not working. Because so many people came into my mind that there are people who were born from a wealthy family and their life is still going well. They never suffer from employment. They never suffer from anything. But us, with a hard and difficult life, we are still struggling even to get employment. I was like, God, no. Then I call it back. Oh my God, I'm not going to pray. Okay. When I get home, we're still in fasting. So my roommate, we started to sit down and we read the Bible. I remember I read the Bible in the book of Numbers, you know, where 12 men were sent to Canaan to go look how the place is and come bring feedback. 12 men went. 10 saw big giants. They saw that, whoa, it's going to be impossible to get through that. And then 2 men, which was Joshua and Caleb, they came with a positive feedback. They said the land is beautiful. The land has a lot of, like, it's very productive. Like, yo, it's very nice. But then 2 versus 10. So people took the feedback from the 10 men, and people started to be angry at God. They started to be like, God, you took us out of Egypt. We're used to our own slavery, and now you're taking us to a land where there's giants. How are we supposed to even, like, overcome the giants and those people there? No, God. But while still reading, God was angered by that. He was like, I've been with you all along, from you left Egypt up until this far. So now you're starting to not trust me. So this is what will happen. Everybody age 20 upwards, I'm going to kill them. They're not going to see Canaan. And only Joshua and Caleb will see that land. Oh, then now, guys, my mind started to come back and be like, oh God, Kona, Hakihani, like Ndadimudimu. Yes, I might be wanting a permanent job and a well-paying job, but the least that you are doing, at least I have a job, and I'm not going to bed on an empty stomach. I'm able to, like, I'm living a normal life. And I saw that I'm starting to be ungrateful, and I started to be like, okay, God, only your will. Probably you have something great for me. That is why you're not giving me that job. You have something better planned for me. And then I tried to bring myself back to God, and I would never forget that. Every time when, like, these discouragements start to come, I'll be like, okay, God, I'm not gonna be like the children of Israel. I'm not going to lose hope and trust in you. I'll keep on the faith. So life went by. I think I went to those interviews. It was in 2009. So it was 2009. There were no posts coming. I continued with my 3 months contract. They renew it like every 3 months. It was renewed. 2010, still nothing. 2011, the guy that I was working with got a promotion to go to another branch, and then now I was left there having to act in his absence. And then quickly the posts were advertised, and then I got the post. Guys, those posts that I went for in Pretoria in 2009 are posts lower than the post that I was hired for. So I'm here to say, sometimes things may look a bit tricky or may look like they don't make sense. If you're a child of God, just know that God has a better plan. He really has a better plan. Be grateful for what you have, and don't stop praising God for what you have, and don't stop having faith, and always believe that if he doesn't give you something, it means he has something better. or if he takes away some things away from you, it means he have other better things to replace with. So guys, with this testimony, I want to believe that somebody will get inspired and believe that God is alive. God mudimudeng and owapila. So, and the other thing, guys, remember I studied to be a secretary, or I'm not dead now. Like, God has blessed me in a way that I've I'm not what I studied for, but I'm what I wanted to be, to work with finances. And I just want to say, persistently and consistently believe in God. God is faithful. God is true to his word. He will, when you read the word, and some scriptures in I think it's in Hebrew, says, I will never leave nor forsake you. That have faith in me. You just have to trust God even when it doesn't make sense. Because at that time for me, I was like, God, you know, like, life is hard on my side. So if you're not going to do this for me, where else do you want me to go? And worst part, you are the only thing that I know. Remember, there are people who do other things, but with me, God is my one and only way to life. I have nothing I depend on except for God. God is my beginning, God is my end. Without God, I'm nothing. So, guys, please be encouraged and know that Mudimu Apela, God is alive and he's true to his word. I hope this testimony will change your life and make sense to your life. Thank you, guys. That's where the story ends.